Hey everyone, I am showing you this makeup look today. This is the makeup that I wear to work to make me look a little bit more put together so that way I can do my job. As far as this makeup look goes, it's really more about being able to just look a little bit more put together, but also being able to do this really quickly because I used to be a full glam type person, basically anywhere and everywhere that I went. No shame to that. I still would do that if I had more time, and if I wanted to put the time in, then I definitely would. But I now basically prioritize sleep and sleeping as long as I can. So let's go ahead and get started and you can see how I do this. Oh, another thing, I am filming in a different location in the next slide. The sun was completely doing its thing and it was blasting from like this angle and just was not looking great. That's going to be a little bit different. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let's get started. Starting off, I always use this Advanced Snell Power Essence. Take like a pump and a half to 2 pumps of this. I put that all over my face and work it down onto my neck. I don't have a mirror, so I'm just using my camera as the mirror. I'm gonna let my skin absorb that for a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna say this brand name right. I really don't know how to say it, but I'm guessing it's Sei. It's their Glowy Super Gel Illuminator in Star Glow. I apply this directly onto an Ulta Beauty angled foundation brush. I use a couple pumps of this. The pump is kind of slow, so it takes a little bit to work the product on there. I apply this on the high points of my cheekbones, my nose, and my brow bone. Now I'm gonna go in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade 22N Light Neutral and the shade 16N Fair Light Neutral. I'm mixing these two shades just because I'm trying to use the rest of it up. I place this under my eyes, on my nose, on my forehead, and on my chin, as well as on top of my eyelids. I use this basically as foundation, a first little layer to kind of correct my skin. To blend that in, I use a dampened Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. Physicians Formula Butter Glow Contour Wand in the shade Fair Light. I place this on my cheekbones where I naturally have like definition, on my forehead, on the sides of my forehead, and a little bit on my nose. I use a Maybelline foundation brush to blend this out. I'm gonna see if I can find a mirror because I really don't want to mess this up. To blend out the contour on my nose, I just use this brush right here. Next up is blush, e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush in, I'm assuming it's supposed to rhyme, so cheeky lychee? I really don't know. Most days I use the e.l.f. Liquid Blush, but sometimes I use this Isla Multi-Stick in the shade At Last. The e.l.f. blush works really well too. It's not the same shade, but it does really last for a long time. Not only like this is gonna last me forever because this is so pigmented, but also it lasts all day long throughout my entire shift, and even when I come home, I can still see it on before I take my makeup off. Really good for the price point that it is. I blend that out with a BH Cosmetics No. 2 brush. This is the Jane Iredale Powder Foundation. I use this as my like setting powder, but it also has decent coverage as a foundation on its own. I have been using this brand and this powder for years. Not this exact pan for years, but the brand and this type of powder for years, because it is so good, and I've actually gotten compliments and have been told that my skin looks like it's airbrushed. That's wild. I'm in my 30s and my skin has changed since being in my 30s. That's a whole nother topic. I have wrinkles. You can see them. I'm not trying to hide them. Aging is a part of life, but to say that my skin looks airbrushed, I'll take it. I'll take it. And I know it's straight up because of this powder. It gives my skin, I wouldn't personally say airbrushed, but I think it gives it a nice soft glow, and it kind of like softens everything, blurs everything. It's not a super blurring, but it gives it like a smooth, youthful type of look. I use one of these triangular powder puffs to apply it. I apply this everywhere, but I usually start under my eyes and on top of my eyelids just to set that concealer first. For eyeshadow, I use the Laura Geller Laura's Essentials Blushing and Blissful eyeshadow palette, going in with that joyful shade. I am using my favorite brush ever, and this is the SL Miss Glam L50 brush. Going in with that timid shade. I place this all over my crease just to get a little more dimension. This is usually where I put on mascara, but depending on the day and how much time I have, I will either put on mascara first, or if I have a couple more minutes, then I will usually use these products here. I've heard it pronounced Rimmel London. I've also heard it pronounced Rimmel London. Exaggerate Waterproof Eyeliner in the shade Blackest Black. I use this Maybelline Express Brow. I used to use a little bit of a darker shade, but I accidentally bought the wrong shade, so I'm just using this one up. And it does the trick really well too. So this is the shade 250 Blonde. I personally like the brunette one better. I use this side right here, and it is the powder. And if you're thinking, wow, that looks really dark for blonde, it's because you're gonna see in a second, I put this on first, then I blend it out with the little sponge there, so it has darkened the little applicator. This is the L'Oreal Flash Cat Eye in the shade Black. It's a good eyeliner, but I'm just using the stencil that it comes with. I'm just going to line my lid from the outer corner here to like the middle of my eyelid, and just like roughly doing that because I'm gonna blend it out with that powder that I just showed you guys. Then I take the Maybelline Express Brow to use that applicator there that has the powder on it. The powder like is in here. Just use that. I just start blending that out. Then I just take the stencil and the same Express Brow powder that I've been using and just fill that in. I'm gonna move on to brows. e.l.f. Clear Brow and Lash Mascara looks like this. I have it in this little bottle here. This originally was on a Benefit brow gel. I like the brush so much on this that I just took it and use it for my brow mascara. I use the smaller side of the brush, shorter side and a longer side. Just brush my brows up first, and then I just kind of comb it through. Then I always at like the tail end, always like press the tail of my eyebrow down. The Call Me Queen mascara. I did forget to show this in the video, but I always use a lip oil. The one that I have been using is the e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil in the shade Jam Session. This is my favorite lip oil. It's really affordable, and I believe they're like $8 or somewhere around in that price range for the US. I'm right now wearing the shade Rose Envy. It is basically gone. I already used the shade, I think it was called Pink Quartz, which was my favorite shade. It just kind of gave like a hint of color, and then you just got like the nice shiny lip oil. It's really good. I love this lip oil. It's like nice and smooth without being like sticky. No stickiness at all. As it does eventually like sink in and wear out, it just does this nice fade of like shine. It's really good. I love the lip oil. I will purchase again, but for the sake of the video, the one that I'm using every time I'm at work, I'm gonna go ahead and apply that for you just so you can see. Cannot rave about them enough. I did just want to include that bit of information because I do wear this every single time I'm working. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. When you hit the bell, it notifies you and lets you know when I post, so that way you don't miss out. I will see you in my next video. Bye!